morning. Hello. I know. I'm so excited. Let's see how many people come up this morning. Yay. Lola, you're excited? Yes. Hi, Benji. Here comes, hey, Teddy Bear's out at the front door doing something. I don't know. So, hi, everyone. We made it. It's Friday. Oh, yes. Aren't we excited? What are we going to do this weekend? Should be fun. Yes, right, Lola? We'll go for a nice long walk. It feels like it's turning to spring. I think that groundhog was wrong. I don't know. Hey, you guys, I want to make sure you can hear me because I have a brand new phone. So I'm going to go over to the chat and make sure you can hear me. So tell me if you can. It's Friday. Yay! Good morning. Yes, Zoom on Saturday. Good morning. Can everybody hear me? Hi, Susan. Hi, Leslie. You sound a little distant. Oh dear. Okay. Well, I might need to. I upgraded my phone, so now I'm hoping, combined with my better Wi-Fi or something, that I'll be a little more professional. Somebody asked me about why the screen has like little zebra stripes, and I think that's because it's a screen, and screens sometimes don't do well. That's why they don't show screens a lot on TV. But we're not a TV studio, so we have to kind of make do with what happens and everything. So good morning to everyone. You hear me just fine. That's great. Today is Freebie Friday. It's also was going to be the day that we picked a winner for the second winner, but I messed up, and yesterday ended up being that winner. So yesterday's winner was Annette Graham. Annette, our friend Annette, who is in Utah, I believe, and loves birds, is the winner for the second Cricut Bright Pad Go. And then our first winner was a YouTube only person named Joe, who goes by Origami Girl. I got an email from her. Annette, make sure you send me an email with your phone number if you could. And I will not, I will not circulate it. You won't be getting all kinds of spam calls. The phone number is just so that the shipping person, if they had problems delivery. Okay, so let's see. So today's Friday. At the end of the week, we had such a spectacular week. I am a little tired. We came up with some pretty awesome cards. And I saw so many people trying the For the Record card. And then we had the llama card. And what else did we do this week? We did the For the Record. We did the llama. Oh, you don't remember. Llama. This is how my brain works. So sorry. The screen is mirrored. Is it really? Okay, well, that's strange. Okay, I'm hoping that the mirror, I'm going to have to fix it, okay? Because I don't want to fiddle with it now because I don't want to, wait, I might be able to fiddle with it. Hold on just a moment, please. Settings. Video resolution. Oh, I see. It says mirror. Let's try that. And is that better? Is that not mirrored? I think that's better. Hi. Yes, Sherry is asking for the link for the Record card, and I have it. I was so busy yesterday, and we went out to lunch with my mom, and then came home, and then my son was doing, I don't know, extra homework with his skills trainer that I totally forgot it in preparation for Friday. So I think what I'm going to do is try to post all the links all at once. so that, and then I'll go back and populate, so I'll have all of them listed in a little form that I'll put out there, and then I'll go back and populate them. That might be easier for me because then I can get all the places, because all these they all go different places. It used to be, you post one place and then everybody just go to that one place, but now people want to be able to get it, on YouTube or Facebook, or eventually my website and everything. So anyway, we still have 2 giveaways going on. We have 3 more Cricut Bright Pad Goes to give away for this month, and it's still early. So we'll probably do 1, maybe 2 next week. On Monday, we're going to be announcing the giveaway for the Raspberry Cutie, who's been keeping me company here, and is going to be ready to go out to somebody, maybe with a little treat or two. And that is, if you are following me on TikTok and you enter using the link, there are not a lot of entries, so it's going to be it's going to be easy to win it if that's something you want to win. If you don't like TikTok and you don't want to figure it out, that's okay. We'll have other giveaways for more cuties later on in the month and through the spring, because what I'm trying to do is get you a little bit out of your comfort zone. If you think all you can make are like just insert cards, which are beautiful, but they're very easy to master. Once you're graduated out of that, that's kind of when you learn. Hi, Shirley. That's when you kind of learn. Okay, I'm just reading that. It's when you kind of learn, and you're good to come to me. Although I love newbies. Okay, so to answer a couple of questions on the chat, to enter the Raspberry Cricut Cutie giveaway, you do have to go on TikTok, find me at Miss Rita to the Rescue, and I believe they call it follow. So follow me, and then there is a link, and I'm going to put it in the description. I've been putting in the description of the YouTube and Facebook video. I suppose I should make yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll make a little YouTube of the cutie with the link. Yay, Rita. Right. It's Friday. I still have my head screwed on somewhat. So, and so for the Bright Pad Go, there is a link. It runs through the end of the month, and you can enter every single day. And once you are already subscribed to my YouTube channel, all I do is ask you to like and comment and share one of my videos. This helps me. It really does. And I've seen a huge uptick. They give you all these, so many statistics. Like, you don't, like, it's over the top many, but the ones that I look at is the subscribers, and I look at the views and how long people are watching, and that gives me a feel for what people are interested in. And also I answer all the comments. I try to answer all of the comments. So if you comment, I will try to answer. It's hard on YouTube because you can't put pictures of stuff. So if you're asking me a question that maybe I can help you with, it's best you do it either. I think it's best you do it through email. And so my email address is missrita@gmail. Linda Giola sent me a link that she did with the record, and she made it so that you could look at it for on iPad because of the curved text. She did something, I don't know what she did, but she's awesome. And so I probably use that link so that if you're working on a device other than your laptop or desktop, you'll be able to open it up and I suppose cut it with those devices. So today is Friday. Friday is always Freebie Friday. Freebie Friday. And today is no different. So today we're going to be making this really cute bee card from our friends over at Simply Crafty SVGs. They have a very long URL. It's Simply Crafty SVGs, plural.com. They have quite a few free SVG files right up here at the top. You see free SVG files. When you click on that, you get to look at all of them. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere. It's going somewhere. It's taking its own sweet time though. So you click on all of these, and then whatever you want, you put into your cart. And then when you're ready, even though they're free, you check out. Okay. And then to download, you go to your account, and let's see, let's go to my account here. I'm going to view my account, and I can see over here on my orders, all the things, all the orders that I've placed, and I've placed quite a few of them here. So this is my most recent one. If I view it, then I am able to look at the product that I purchased, and then download the zip file. So here are all the ones I did recently, including the Busy Bee card, it's called. So once you download, all you do is just click on that and it downloads. Now, downloads are handled differently on Macs than they are on Windows, and so your mileage may vary. But for me, when I get a download, I want to show you this part too. Okay. So when I get a download, it comes into my download file and it unzips. If you don't have that same way. So here's my file system. I'm going to go to downloads. My computer's slow. I keep trying to make it faster, and I try everything. I think it's my pictures. I think I have too many pictures. But anyway, here we go. There are my downloads, and there's my Busy Bee card. So when you click on this file, you will see several options. So the Busy Bee card comes, actually, if you go to the SVG files, it comes in a couple of different formats. All right. So if you just want to download the SVG, there are two pieces. There's this one called Busy Bee Card SVG, and then there's Busy Bee Card Element SVG. Or you can use this, which says complete file. And in that, you get the complete file with or without solid score lines. But if you want the printable sentiments, you do have to grab that also. And then there's a whole other place for solid score lines. I know this is a little confusing. So just so you know, there are duplicates in the file. Just understand that. So don't go and like, oh, I guess I have to upload every single thing. Also in this file is a PDF, which you saw. And it's useful. This is the PDF. It's useful in that it tells you all the pieces that you're going to be doing. I, of course, am going to change it up a little bit. So you can use this the way it is, this file, or you can follow along with me and change it up a little bit. So I've changed mine up. So I'm going to show you the original. This is the original with only minor changes. And you see, I don't like this look. I don't know. To me, that looks not as professional. But so then here is my B with a few changes here in the front. I changed the text, and I added a whole card to cover the back. So I'm going to show you how I did that. Let me start. Now this, so you know, I'm going to save this. Honey, it was Simply Crafty SVGs. Busy Bee card. That's what they called it. Busy Bee card. Okay. So I figured since it's so close to Valentine's, we can bling it out to be Valentine's. But this is a nice one you could send out in the spring. It doesn't have to be Valentine's. So just kind of have a look at what I do and decide for yourself what you want to do. Okay. So let's start from scratch. New. I'm going to go here, right here, to upload. and you'll see this is what I was trying to talk about. This is the whole file. These are the separate pieces, 1, 2, 3. This whole file does not include the sentiments. Okay, so you can either upload this and the sentiments, or 1, 2, 3. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. So what I'm going to do is pull in these 3 files into my canvas, and I do that by selecting them all, and they get a green box around them, and then I come down here to add to canvas. It is so cute, isn't it? What are we talking about? The sentiment that I added, I'll go over in a second. But so I wanted to, so here it is, and it's kind of blah, like the colors that they have, but I totally get that. It's because, you know, they want you to use whatever colors you want to use. They had a green example. And so this actually is the card, and it is sized as an A2 card. And if you are working on a joy, you'd be happy to know that you could easily just lop off the top of the card, the front of the card, and cut these pieces out if you wanted to. So this is very joy friendly. Okay. And here are my sentiments. They come in as SVG. So what first I want to do is my dashed cut line here, which serves as the score line, needs to be attached to the base of the card. And we do that simply by going down here to where it is a paper clip, and we just click on that, and now it's attached. There's no way of, that's just something you have to remember to do. There's no way of knowing, like, well, there is a way of knowing. It will say attached, but it's sort of the thing a lot of people forget. You forget, I forget. So, okay. And so the way this is set up is that there is this piece. Let's do this, arrange to the back. So this is the base, right? This is the front, this is the back. Okay. If that's hard to fathom, you can also flip this card if you wanted to. Just go up here to flip and hit horizontal. I think I'm going to do that because I want to show you what I was thinking of. So this becomes like the inside where you would write or put your sentiment. And this actually, I'm going to flip this because this one here becomes the inside of the front of the card. Now, the reason why they're doing that is that these little honeycombs, these little hexes, are going to actually get glued in here on the inside back of the card. So what I liked to do is to take these 2 pieces, and I want to make sure that they're flipped correctly, right? I want to make sure that this notch, you see this notch here, and this notch is here. So if you need to move them around, go ahead and just go up here to flip, where you can flip horizontal, and make it so there's the notch on the top left and the notch on the top right of the piece. Now we're going to put both pieces together so that they are just touching. They're just like barely overlapping. This takes a little bit of practice. I don't always get it. But then we're going to select both pieces, and we're going to go down to weld. All right. Now, I didn't do it correctly, because if you weld and there's still a line there, means you didn't do it correctly. So what you're going to do is use your undo button, favorite button, undo, and you undo, and now they're separate again. And I'm just going to scooch them over. I think this time what I'll do is I will select them and do align and do align bottom. Okay, so, and then let's try this again. We're going to select this, and we're going to weld. When it welds, all the pieces become the same color. Okay, and now we have an interior card. So see, it's slightly smaller. We have the interior card there. It does need a score. So we're going to go over to shapes, and we are going to grab a score line, and bring it to our interior card, stretch it out. And this time I'm not going to align. I'm just going to eyeball it because it's possible one side is a little bit smaller than the other. So we're going to select both the score and the shape, and we're going to come down to the paper clip, attach, and attach it. So what that does is, you'll see here, I want to just show you this. So here the dashes are very small. Here the dashes are larger. This indicates that this is going to be either scoring wheel or scoring stylus. This indicates that it's going to be a cut that's emulating scoring so that it's easy to score. This is only because this is an outside graphic, and the people who create these outside graphics cannot indicate scoring. If this bothers you, you can upload the solid score lines, and then you'd have to switch the solid score lines to, because it'll come in as a cut. You'll have to switch it to a score. Okay, so it's pretty much the same thing, different method, a little bit different method. So here we got our, so this is a good addition. So we have the base of the card, and now we have the interior of the card. Let's talk about the front of the card. So the front of the card consists of this bee, super easy to do. I did not make any changes to him. I did cut out his wings in vellum, and I used something called an action wobble. I call them baubles, but this is an action wobble. You don't need action wobbles. They're kind of expensive, but I will post where you can find them. I bought them at Amazon. They're by Hampton. I think I was looking that up right at the beginning. Let's see if I can find it. So this is what they look like. Action wobbles. They're by Hampton Art. And there's two kinds. There's mini, and then there's regular size. But it looks to me like this. So if you just want to dip your toe in this, buy the 12 piece. You won't use them that often. I keep them in a little drawer so I know where they are all the time. And you'll enjoy them if you want to. And they're from Hampton Arts. They probably can be purchased at other places like scrapbook.com and stuff, but this was the easiest place for me to find them. So we're going to use that. So let's go back to our file. All right, so we're not going to make any changes to the bee because he's just so stinking adorable. So let's go ahead and move him down here. Let's talk about the sentiment. So on the front of the card, they've given us a couple of sentiments. There's this one, hello, beautiful, or buzzing by to say hi. Depending on what you're making, you might want to choose those. But what I decided to do is I wanted to write these in a pen. So right now it's showing it's a cut. So first I started and I went over here to operation and I switched it to pen. But I want to get real close so you can see what that does is it creates sort of these hollow letters. Now, if I use a thick enough pen, then that might not be a problem, which is what I did with this. And then I went back and I sort of filled it in. But kind of, I don't like that. Doesn't look so awesome. So what I decided instead to do was just add a text box and recreate that text. So, hello, be beautiful. Okay. Now, obviously, my text box is in the default, which is Cricut Sans. So now I need to find a writing style for it. So I'm going up here to font, and I'm going to filter, and I'm choosing just writing styles. Okay. So when that does that, it does bring it down to a little bit easier to choose. I will tell you that this part, if you're new to it, is very difficult, picking the right font. You kind of develop a little eye for it. And the ones that are very that are very light are the actual writing fonts, because sometimes it'll say single letter and then it'll say writing. So it shows you usually the single letter. If it's just simply a writing font like this one, it's going to show you the writing. So lately I've been using these these DTC fonts. I don't know, maybe it's just because they're so easy to find now. I don't know. So for this one, I think I chose Sweet Berry, and I'm going to just click on it, and it's going, I hope, yeah, there it is. It did change it to writing. So obviously it's way too big. I just need to make it smaller and make it so that it can fit on this little banner thing, right? So once I like it, I'm going to select and I'm going to attach it because it's a pen. Okay. So now I'm going to attach it. This is being really picky, but you know, I'm going to tell you what I did. I like my little banners to have offset layers. I think it looks more charming. So here's an example. This is without an offset layer. This is with an offset layer. So I do often add that offset layer. So go up here to offset. And we're just going to do, it doesn't have to be real big. It's listed as 1/4 of an inch. I think that's actually a little too big. So I'm just going to move it down to 0.25 maybe. Yeah. And then I'm going to choose the squared off corner, and then I hit apply. And then now I have this, which doesn't look very squared off, but okay. So now I have my little offset thing. I no longer need these, so I'm just going to delete them. Now let's talk about the honeycombs. So the way that this card is set up, they give you these 3 honeycombs, and so they're relying on this to fill in the rest of the honeycombs. Well, that's not enough for me. You know me, I gotta overdo it. Move your camera just slightly so we can see the top. Okay, sure. Let's see. There you go. I wonder if you're going to see the top and the bottom. Well, let's see if that works. Okay, so you know me, if 3's nice, then I don't know, 9's better. So so what I'm going to do is duplicate this, and I'm going to change the colors so that I can use up my scrap. So I have actually 3 colors, and I'm going to actually add a 4th. I want to show you on here. You see, these are all the honeycombs, but then you have these little pieces right here that are partials. Now you could cut those by hand, but if you have a Cricut, might as well just do it with the Cricut. So much easier. So let's first change the colors of these honeycombs so that when we go ahead and cut this out, we will have the it will sort by mats, and obviously I am not choosing colors that necessarily go together. I'm just kind of, I just want to indicate to the machine that I have 3 separate pieces of cardstock they're going to put in there. Okay. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to be able to find I want to be able to just put this here. You see this and this on the let's see, on the that thing that we just did. Rita. So let me show you what I did. So I duplicated my card base because I don't want to mess up my card base. And then I detached and took off this score. Let me make sure I can detach. I did detach, and I'm going to, where is it? Where is it? Come on. Well, sorry for my screen jumping everywhere. I don't know why. Okay. Let's see. It just jumped everywhere. Okay. So here, I don't know if what I did. Oh, yes. Oh, okay. Sorry. Even I get confused. So, all right. So this is our basic. I'm going to detach, and then I'm going to go over here to where it says, I'm not sure if you can see this, but there's Busy Bee card. That's the one that we're going to play around with. And I'm going to select the score line, and I'm just going to delete it because you can only slice simple images one-on-one. Okay. So then I'm going to go over to my shapes and find my handy dandy square. And I am going to make sure I'm going to unlock that square. And I'm going to make sure I catch those pieces. See those pieces in the square. Don't worry that it's kind of overlapping. And then I'm going to select these and do slice. Now, once we do slice, we have to kind of peel off the layers. So this is what we're actually going to be using. These are no longer needed, so we can get rid of those. Okay. And this is what we wanted. We wanted to be able to choose this and maybe one hex. So let's go to contour down here as well. And it's the last one on the right, contour. And we want to hide all of these other pieces. So we'll just go ahead and click on these, or you can do a hide all and then just go back and show the pieces that you want. All right. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different colors, but I want to see how many I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I really only need 8 full and the 2 pieces. So if I wanted to, where's my other piece? Well, you get the idea. I'm not sure what's going on here. Okay, sorry. I'm going to duplicate this. Seems to have lost the purple one. So let's add it. Okay, so here's 9, 10. So you can either go here and remove 2 of these. And again, you don't have to do this. You could have only 1 piece of layered patterned paper, and so do it the original way, or maybe you have 2. But I have all these extras left over from all during the week, so I'm going to basically use up, it's leftover day. I'm going to use up my leftovers. Okay. Now the only thing, we're almost done, and as far as the envelope goes, we are going to just use a pre-made envelope, as I like to do, because it is an A2 size. So if you're looking for those envelopes, it's called A2, which makes a folded card, 4 4.25 by 5.5, I think. So look for A2. Yeah, 5.5 by 4.25. Okay. But I want, I like to add little sentiments. So I'm good here. I want to go look for some sentiments. I'm going to go to, if you don't want to do this part, that's fine. But we're going to go to images. And I was thinking, maybe we should incorporate the word honey. And since it's Valentine's, be mine with the double E's, right? So I'm going to actually type in honey, be mine, and see what comes up. Ooh, okay. So clearly some of these just come up with the be mine, but this one at the very top does come up and it says honey, be mine. So I think I'm going to take that one. Let's just check. Yeah, no, this is good. This is the one I want. Now it's going to come in with a bunch of stuff, which is fine. So let's move over, make room for our sentiment. Move all this stuff over. Now what we're going to do is we are going to ungroup this. Ungroup is up here. All right. And now we have the yellow is separate from the black. So let's start with the black. We're going to do black, and we're going to do contour again. Let's go to contour. And in this case, we are going to use hide all contours, which is down here. and you'll see that it's made the B the one that stays. Always one stays. So I want the BEE to go on. So I have to turn that one on before I turn the B off. Okay. And then either using the right side or the left side, you're going to also make sure that the loops inside of the letters are going to show. That's that. So now I have B. And then I just want the honey and mine. I'm going to do the same thing again. Contour. Let's hide all contours. And in this case, M was the contour that stayed. So I'm just choosing to click on all of the letters, and all the rest of it's going to go away. All right. So this looks kind of fun. It's not the right size, but I think this is going to look cute on the inside. Now, picture this. I'm going to cut it out in pink. And if I want to, I can go ahead and make color changes if I wanted to. But in my mind, this is starting to look really cool. I think I'm going to cut this out in white, the inside card. So I think I will change the color just so that I know. Plus, let's change it. Plus the little banner, it's kind of like a grayish brown. So I want to change that to the white. So I'm going to Color Sync. I'm going to find that little piece that is the white banner. Yeah, where is it? It's like here it is. I think it is. Yep. And I'm just going to drag it to white. Oops, I did the wrong thing. Poop. I did the wrong thing. I thought I did the right thing and I didn't. Here it is. So I'm going to drag that to white, and now I'm going to come back and I have to change my card base. Let's change it to pink because that's what I'm going to change the color to. Pink. All right. So here's my card. This is my inside of my card. I added my banner. This black, I don't want black. I want it to be one of these colors. So I am going to go back to Color Sync and move this to, I don't know, let's move it to that one that has the corner pieces. Okay. So now you'll see under Color Sync, right? The B is all cut out of the same color, including the black and the white. And then this is going to be vellum. This is going to be a piece of patterned paper. This is going to be white. This is going to be another piece of pattern paper, another piece of pattern paper. There's my base card and another piece of pattern paper. And then here are my 2 vinyl sentiments. The only thing I have to do at this point is I have to resize the vinyl sentiment so that it's going to fit in the card correctly. So let us go back a little closer. And obviously it's really big. So the first thing we want to do is attach these back together. So put it where you think it's supposed to go, which I think might be here. And then we're going to group it. Go back to layers, group it. And now we can move it wherever we want, and it will move together. And then I'm just going to use these sort of stretch things and find a good size for the inside of my card. Again, these are all extras. You don't have to do these things. You can decide, nah, I don't want to do that, but I'm going to do this. And I just want to show you all the different options that are out there and how I have changed it up. Okay. So now we're ready to cut. There isn't much to cut here. And of course I have to cut 2 of everything. So I just go ahead and hit 2, and then I just cut everything out, and then I work on the assembly. So let's go ahead and put this together. All right, hold on. I got to move you. Oh, by the way, as far as color of pen, I did use this pink, which is called, it's a gel pen. It's called Fair Pink Gel 1.0. by Cricut. And then I also use this deep teal gel pen 1.0. The colors that I'm using here, these pattern papers, came from that Doodlebug set we were using. They're extra leftovers. And let's go down here. What else did we need? We're going to need a weeding tool because we have a little bit of vinyl. This is my scoring tool. So we're going to need a weeding tool. We're going to need a little bit of transfer tape. And then here are the action wobbles. And I'm going to use glue and also double stick tape. Okay. So here we go. This is the interior of the card. I'm just going to fold it like this. And if you want, you can make a nice crisp score. And then this one's going to fold this way. And so it's going to go in there. But do not glue it just yet. Because we're going to take our little hexagons and we're going to put them on the inside back, the back of the front. You see like that? But I'm fussy about placement, so I'm going to show you placement in a second. Then let's have a look at what else we have. So we have our bee. Let's put our bee together. So the bee consists of just these little pieces, the head and the body, and then here is my little vellum that I cut out. So let's get some glue. And I don't know if this glue is going to work. It looks like it's not going to work. Yeah, no, it works. Okay. I'm going to get some glue and put just tiny amount on that body. And you see it does have a little stinger on it. So line it up so that the stinger shows. Put it here so you can see that stinger. And don't worry that there's a gap at the top. That's where the head's going to go. Okay. And then the head, same thing, just a little dabs of glue. And then we're just going to put a little bit of glue on the inside bottom here and glue his head on. And there's our little bee, except he needs wings. So flip him over, and I kind of just kind of gave it a tiny bit. And I think when I was looking at this bee, I think that this rounded edge goes up top. So we're going to put his wings on. And while we wait for his wings, I am going to grab the action wobble. Action wobble. I call them baubles, but whatever. Anyway, I'm going to use, so on this thing, so see, all it is a little tiny spring made out of plastic, and on either side is double stick tape. Okay, so this is how you do it. You take something or your fingernail, I use these things, and you take off one side of that adhesive, all right, and you just simply, and don't lift it or whatever, just simply place it exactly where you want it, because it really is important as far as placement goes. If you put it a little too much to the left, I actually put it a little too much to the left. So then when we get our card all set up, then that's how you get that action. Okay. And you could do things like decorate his face and whatever, but he's just cute that way. All right, let's talk about the vinyl, and then we're going to do the card. So here's what I did. I cut out using scraps. Remember, we used this this sparkle holographic vinyl. So I cut out the honey and mine. Whoops. Oh, it's connected. Oh, nice. And so I don't really have any interior bits to worry about. Okay. So, and then I'm just going to weed this. Now, I know a lot of you are like a little afraid of working with vinyl. It does get easier the more you do it. And I like to work in little jobs so that it doesn't end up like getting all over me. You know, with big jobs like when we're working on signs, it can be a little bit daunting. So work little and then you'll get better at it. Don't avoid it. All right, now just taking out the inside of the loops. It's rather small. And then here we go. There we go. Okay, so here's a little trick to, now we have two pieces and they have to be put together. So here's a little trick. Cut out a piece of transfer tape that's a little bit bigger than your largest piece. So like this. And then remove the backing. Wow, what can happen? It ripped. Okay, we're not going to use that piece. Let's use a different piece. Okay, remove the backing. Try not to rip the tape. Remove the backing. There we go. Okay. If Christine James is in the audience today, she usually is, but if she's in the audience, I wanted to tell you that my mom adored your card, and I did take a picture, but I haven't had a chance to post it yet. So, okay, I put the B in the middle of that piece of transfer tape. I'm going to burnish like this. And then I'm going to turn it over and take this piece off. So hopefully the B sticks to the transfer tape. Yeah, there it goes. A little tiny piece not coming off. Wants to give me trouble. Okay. All right, so there we go. And then instead of having to cut out a whole new thing, just put it on where it's supposed to go onto the back of the second layer. You see, now you're going to transfer the whole thing into the card at once. For me, that's so much easier than having to layer inside the card. But that just might just be me. All right. Now I'm going to take the inside of my card. And I'm going to remove this. All right. And place this, I think, here. This paper that I'm using for the white, I don't think it's Cricut, and it was having a little bit of lift. So when you're using vinyl on the inside of cards, don't press down too much because sometimes the cardstock will peel a little bit. It doesn't look as good. All right, so there is our, let's get rid of all this other stuff. There's the inside of a card. And we got our B ready. Let's work now on the little banner. I can find it. So here's what I came up with. So this is done when I did the text from a text box. This is what they had that I switched from a cut to a text. You can use either one. What I would suggest is if you're going to use what they gave you is to come back with your pen and very carefully take your pen, but sadly I am not exactly the most careful person, so I don't think it looks super professional when I do it, so that's why I changed it to my own text. And then I'm going to take my little banner, which weirdly does not have pointy ends, but that's okay, and I'm going to see if my glue is going to work. I have to get some cups. Oh, I'll use like Cricut mugs to put my glue in. And I'm going to just center this right here. And I think I might put a couple of these double-sided adhesive squares, which I'm not in love with, but whatever. Love the one you're with. Okay. All right. So now the only thing left to do is to populate in the right pattern. So this was my first attempt. I only used 3 colors. And I used actually the green for the backing. So instead of that, what I did was I cut the green for the little pieces, which, gosh, I hope are here, because then it's going to really mess me up if they're not. Come on now. There it is. Woo! All right. So this one is going to go here. And this one will go here. This actually has 2 sides to it. So maybe, and this is a pain, by the way. this part is not the fun part of this card. So we're going to, like, just placement is not the fun part. Okay. Sorry. So this here and then this here, like this. We're not gluing them to the inside this way, okay? This is the front of the card. But I want to just kind of, like, if you're fussy, a little bit fussy like me, with the way that the hexes, like where they're touching, then you have to kind of have in your head. If you're a quilter, you probably have experienced this. But you kind of have to have in your head, like, where do these need to go? And it can be a little bit, I don't know, a little bit hard. See, yeah, there. Let's see. We're going to let's put this one here. Like that. And I think this and this. See, these two are touching, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe that's not the best thing. You know what I could do is I could turn this over. No, then you have 3 green down there. So let's do it that way. All right. So give it an eyeball and see, is it right? And my feeling is this is not good. I'm stuck, because if I move this here, these two, maybe this. No. This, and this. Ah, that's good. That's good. That's good. All right. I think that will look good. All right. Now, very carefully, keeping the layout that you want. And then here, and here. Then we're going to turn our card over, and we, on the inside edge of the card, kind of weird because I have it right in the way. All right, here we go. Inside edge of the card, we're going to go around each piece. And I hope this works. Come on. Why do I always have trouble with my glue? All right, here we go. So the inside edge, just going to make little dots, not a lot. And then I'm going to take my pieces and plop them into place. And there will be like a little extra around it so that you don't see the edges. See that? And then this piece we'll do. Might be cool to have this thing. Okay. All right. And then here is going to go there. So we glue around the edge. Right? And then this one's going to go there. I want to make sure my hearts are facing up. Well, oh, come on. Well, B is sleeping. She's such a sound sleeper. All right, let's have a look at what it looks like, just so it's coming together. Next up is this green, I believe. And we're going to use this side of the green. Okay. And then next up is this one here. Let's have a look at it so far. Because if I messed up. Nope, it's looking pretty good, right? And then the polka dot's going to go over here. Polka dot here. Whenever I'm missing sewing, I do a card that has hexagons on it because it makes me feel like I'm sewing. All right. So then the next step we decided was going to be the heart in the middle here. I love to sew. I love to make soap. I haven't done either one very much since starting with my Cricut. I'm sure some of you feel that the same way. Even also knitting. I love to knit. But I end up in front of the Cricut most of the time. I should probably learn to moderate it, but I just love to play with paper. I mean, that's my true love. So playing with paper is a good thing. Yeah, so I went to pick up Mom. She was very excited. And we just went out to lunch. We went back to that Chinese place because she liked it. And they don't feed her like any kind of ethnic food. So that was a good thing. So there we go. Now it does look kind of crappy on the inside. That's why we have this to cover it. You see? Hide our work, just like in sewing. All right, so I'm going to take some double stick tape. Or you can use glue, whatever. And put it on the front of the inside card. Just the front, not the back. We don't glue or tape the back of the inside card. And if you've ever done it, you know why. Because it makes it really hard to open and close the card. Yeah, so she was happy just to be out of the house. Now, the last time she was out of the house was with me, but she didn't like kind of put that together. So, so she said, it's been weeks. It really was only 2 weeks, but every 2 weeks, I think I'm going to try to get her out of the house. But I don't want to go to the same restaurant every single time. So I'm going to have to try to come up with some other options. Okay, so there's the inside back of my card. Remember, it's slightly smaller than the outside. Press it on. Yay, it's coming along. Then let's take and put our little saying on there. And I went down to see Wendy. I actually brought her my mug press because she has a couple of mugs that she wanted to do, and she only had 3 to do, so she didn't want to have to send out an order, and she doesn't have a mug press. So there's that, and they were busy with finishing up their Valentine's orders. What else? I was downtown Peabody. I saw the mayor and my friend Tom Rosignol, who's the city councilor. We had a nice meeting about Green Peabody, which is a group that I belong to. That was kind of cool. And things are starting, like people are actually starting to like get out more. It's really cool. Okay, ready? I took that plastic off and I'm going to put him sort of like this way. All right, press down really well. And then you can do this. It's like kind of instantaneous. So there's our card. Isn't it adorable? Honey, be mine. Hello, beautiful. I don't know. I just think it's really cute with that sentiment on the inside. But if you don't want to do it, you don't have to. I used to do happy planner, but yeah, right. I don't do the happy planner anymore. No, I do my hand. I do hand knitting. Oh, I love my city Babs. Oh, I love it. I love Peabody. If you don't know where I'm located, I'm north of Boston, so close enough to Boston if I want to go there, and not in Boston, so I don't have to deal with the traffic. And then it's a big city, but it's got a town feel to it. Like everybody knows everybody, and we work together, and it's just becoming like such a wonderful place to be. And they've got beautiful schools, and we're starting to build up our downtown. And the hard thing is that we live right next door to Salem, Massachusetts, and Salem, Massachusetts is kind of worldwide famous. So, especially during the fall. And it, I think we've always had this sort of inferiority complex about it. And lately it's been more like, you know what? No. Peabody is in its own right a pretty awesome place to live and have your business. And we have a business industrial like center. We have a big mall, and yet it still feels kind of small, and it's like more of like a country area in the downtown. I'm closer to downtown, but it's a great little city, and I just love it. So that's our freebie for today. Woo woo, isn't it cute? I could just sit here with the bauble all the time. Gonna have to bring one of those to my mom. So for tomorrow, there's always tomorrow. So for tomorrow, we are going to be having our monthly Zoom. Can't wait to see all of your smiling faces. I am going to set up the Zoom this afternoon. I probably need Lynn Collins to help me out. I'm not sure if she's going to be with us. I haven't seen her in a little while. I know her mom's been ill, so I don't know. If not, I'm going to have another host. So I know people like Dawn and Bren always are intended, Shirley. So I might have to make one of you the host, because I will probably only be able to stay like 2 hours. And sometimes people like to stay longer than that. So just kind of like you just pass it along. If you do not want to be on the Zoom, at least the first 2 hours will be streamed on YouTube. And what else did I tell you? Oh, okay. So next week, Monday being Valentine's Day, I figured I would do these 2 Valentines that we've done them before. I think we've done them both before, but let me show you. I figured we'd do like, these are last minute Valentines, but they don't look that last minute. So they are part of the Rob and Bob collection. And they're very pretty. You can give them to, hubby or boyfriend or something, but under Rob and Bob, the best of Rob and Bob. Now, if you were interested in those digital images, remember the digital mystery box that came out late last year that were Rob and Bob? This one here, Celebrations, and these other two, Holiday Collection 1 and 2. They will be available to us. I'm not sure if they're going to be part of Access or not, but I heard the end of the month. It takes like 90 days. So I had a couple really awesome Valentines from these groups, and I couldn't show you. So whenever that goes live, you know, the girl with the sunglasses, so she's in that grouping. But we're going to go and we're going to do these in the best of Rob and Bob. And we're going to be working on two. They're quick and easy, and they're so, you know, real nice. Where is it? Come on. It's not that. Of course. Oh, this one's kind of cute. I don't. Here is the one. This is a lot of writing. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. This one. And then there's another one right here. So I don't know what they're called. This one's called Love Arrows card, and this one is called Love Doodles card. So this is one of those, I don't want to think about it. I just want to make it projects on Monday because, you know, Valentine's Day maybe forgot or didn't get to it. So we'll be doing those two on Monday. And then after Valentine's Day, so next week, we are going to be let's see, we're going to be doing some things with Distress Oxide ink, I believe. And also we're going to be doing what was the other thing? Oh, we're doing a like look at all the different iron-on holographic. There's 6 different holographic like straight colors, and then there are holographic sparkle. So I'm going to show you on the Joy how to cut them and what the colors all look like. I think I'm going to put it on a tote bag because they're really different colors. Like there's translucents and others, and people often ask about them. It's hard to see what they're going to look like when they're in the roll. So I figured I would let you know how that goes. And just other stuff, fun stuff for the week. And then on the Sunday after, we'll be going down to Create and Escape again. So that's it for me for today. I'll be hanging around working on next week's projects and stuff. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you if you can come make it. I'll see you tomorrow, and that's at 7:00. And I'll post the link in a bit. And let's see, I think that's it. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. You get some crafting in. I'm not sure. It's kind of nice out. I might take the dogs for a walk with the rest of my weekend. So thanks everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Oh, hi Lola. Do you know I have a dog named Lola now? Lola Riggs. She sits behind me every day. Great lesson today. Wonderful to hear. Enjoy your day, everyone. Yes. St. Patty's Day. Yes, we will do St. Patrick's Day. We got Easter coming up. March 1st is Mardi Gras. So I was thinking about doing a Mardi Gras shirt. I need to where's Aledra these days? I need to get myself down to New Orleans. Like I am craving New Orleans right now. Don't know why, but I need to get myself down there. So the next best thing is making a shirt that will say, you know, laissez les bon temps, you know, something like that, or just Mardi Gras or something. It'd be fun. I don't know where Aledra is these days. I hope she's okay. Hey, Aledra, if you're watching this on the replay, pop in and say hi. We miss you. And everybody take care. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.